She went to high school with Stefon Diggs.
Okay.
And she was just talking about the sheer nonsense he used to get away with because he was good at football.
I was like, you know what? I can actually confirm this to be true.
He went up through the ceilings, through the ceiling.
He was like, I can't stand when you post about Stefon Diggs. And I was like, why? And then he told me why. And I got those screenshots. He said, he's really been a bleep head from the start.
They were talking about none of the trouble he's in surprises them.
Diggs, are you the father? Because y'all seem to be confused about the whole baby mama drama.
Did you archive or did you fully delete?
I just archived.
That's going to be his legacy.
Is Cardi getting her ring? It's on the agenda.
Warning him. Now they're attacking him.
To have me unalived because of him making a sexual pass at me.
I find that suspicious.
You don't find that suspicious?
The guy in this locker room is most in touch with their feminine side.
Those are still ongoing. Those are not settled either. So now he's having all this legal trouble.
I'm a great guy. I'm actually a great guy.
From the field to your feed, what is up, Touchdown Tribe? It's your girl, Coach Chels. I'm going to show you with screenshots from his high school rival of why Stefon Diggs is the way he is. But before I can get into that, I got to give you the background of who Stefon Diggs is for journalistic reasons. Diggs' mother worked as the lead service attendant for Amtrak. She was often traveling days at a time. Diggs' father was a stay-at-home dad, and he oversaw the kids' education, discipline, and most importantly, football.
His most important job, he was a stay-at-home dad. I was on the road, and he was able to be hands-on with the kid.
Sadly, Diggs' father, Aaron Diggs Sr., died in 2008 at the age of 39 due to congestive heart failure. Stefon Diggs was just 14 at the time this occurred. Instead of choosing one of the offers from a top powerhouse college football program, he chose to play in-state to be close to home to, ironically, y'all are not going to believe this part, take on more of a father figure role to his younger brothers.
Protect my little brother, lead him, and love. My dad wasn't a huge pat on the back guy, but some people need to be loved up sometimes because not only is sports hard, but life's hard.
Stefon Diggs has 4 siblings. Trayvon Diggs, who is a former Dallas Cowboys cornerback. Then you have Darius Diggs, a former college athlete. Aaron Diggs Jr., who is a half-brother. You don't really hear about him as much. And then a sister, Portia. If you're new to the program, Stefon Diggs is a wide receiver. He is 32 years old. He's from Maryland. He played college football for Maryland from 2012 to 2014. He was then drafted to the Minnesota Vikings from 2015 to 2019. Traded to the Buffalo Bills, where he had a notable career from 2020 to 2023. He then was traded again to the Houston Texans. I believe that was a 1-year deal. And that was the 2024 season where he had the ACL injury, so we didn't really get to see much of him with the Texans. Then traded to the New England Patriots, where he just appeared in his first Super Bowl, which the New England Patriots lost. And that is the team he is currently with. So shout out to Mo, your average logical thinker on YouTube. If you guys want to go check out her channel, she sent me this link of these guys talking about how Stefon Diggs was in high school. And I was like, you know what? I can actually confirm this to be true because one of my friends was a rival of his in high school and he got tired of me posting about the Diggs brothers a lot.
One person I would never let my sister date is Trayvon Diggs.
On the team, would you least like to date your sister?
What the? Diggs.
Why Diggs?
Man. No. We're going to leave it like that. No.
The time I was covering the Diggs brothers, there's always something going on with the Diggs brothers. And he was like, I can't stand when you post about Stefon Diggs. And I was like, why? And then he told me why. And I got those screenshots. And you guys are going to see him after we play this clip.
It was this girl who was talking about him. She went to high school with Stefon Diggs.
Okay.
And she was just talking about the sheer nonsense he used to get away with because he was good at football. She said he used to steal things. Everybody, the teachers, principal knew he was stealing. He got caught in the bathroom with a student, and then the teacher tried to close the door to keep him in so they can catch him. He went up through the ceilings, and he wound up getting out, but they knew he was in there, and he wound up out. People were saying he got away with everything his entire life, right?
Yeah.
Because he was good at this sport. So now they were talking about none of this trouble he's in surprises them because of he just been doing it his entire life.
When you've been getting away with it your whole life?
Yeah.
So there's a reason why I gave the backstory on Diggs' family history, and it's because of what we just heard with the fact that he said Stefon Diggs got special treatment just because he played football. I think that's part of it, but another part is the fact that Diggs lost his father at a young age. I think teachers probably looked at that, took pity on Stefon Diggs.
We both dealt with some serious battles as far as with the death of our father being young.
And wanted the best outcome for him in life, so he got special treatment not only because of football, but also because of Diggs losing his father at a young age. So this was when my friend was tired of me posting about the Diggs brothers. At the time, I was covering the baby mama drama with Trayvon Diggs and Stefon Diggs, and he was tired of me covering Stefon Diggs, and he let me know why. He said, "He's really been a bleep head from the start. I really wanted my shot to cover him so I could lay a hit on him. He's low-key been a prima donna since high school. He's athletic and he can catch, but he ain't old school tough. He complained too much, and yes, they both have multiple baby mamas." So if we go back to what was said in that clip, that kind of confirms what he's saying as well, because if he was used to getting his way throughout high school, that explains why he was a prima donna. Been a prima donna since high school, and people say he's a prima donna in the NFL. Also, him complaining too much. He complains if he doesn't get his way. Explains how he is today. All of that makes sense. There's one more screenshot that I have for y'all, because I asked him about the clip. I sent it to him, and he gave me his input on it. So he says, "Nah, I didn't know this exact story, but he definitely got away with a lot of BS, like most star athletes that I knew. They would adjust their grades so they could get into college, etc. Seen it with my own eyes." Now, I trust his opinion on this because he not only played high school football, but he also played college football as well. So I know he knows what he's talking about with this. And obviously, growing up in Maryland with Stefon Diggs being a rival of his, I know he knows the truth of the matter with this. And he's not going to be the type to just feed me a line of baloney. It is very telling, though, that he said that he got away with a lot of BS, like most star athletes he knew. Let's get into this segment of Diggs, Are You the Father?
Say, little lady. Show is nice to meet you.
Because y'all seem to be confused about the whole baby mama drama, spreading around misinformation, and y'all need somebody to break this play down for y'all. So here I am.
Here I am, send me!
Stefon, the baby rumors true? The baby rumors? Who is that? You. Oh, my personal life? I told you about that. I don't talk too much about my personal life, but I heard about it.
Diggs has 6 confirmed children with 6 women. The oldest child is a daughter born in 2016. The mother is Tyler Marie. A daughter born in 2023. The mother is Kennedy Moore. A daughter born in 2025 of April. The mother is Aline Lupera. A daughter born in 2025, again in April. The mother is Kay Benji. A son born in 2025 of November. The mother is none other than Cardi B.
I mean, I only know it as WAP.
And what does that stand for?
That's Cardi B.
A son born in 2025, late The mother is Kiana Barber. I will add that model Aline Lepera, aka Laura Giselle, filed a paternity suit which confirmed in November 2025 that Stefon Diggs was the father to her daughter that was born in April of 2025. And the results are in. Diggs, you are the father to 6 children with 6 different women.
Finish this phrase. Leave it what?
In.
All your boys over there saying, and that's your problem.
Obviously, the big talks right now are the possible breakup between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs and how they unfollowed each other on Instagram. But I will say, this isn't the first time Cardi B's done this, because I have a clip from Call Her Daddy of Cardi B talking about how she's done this before with Stefon Diggs. So, could it be just another one of these instances?
Okay, wait, but you wiped him from your Instagram. All of the fucking pictures are gone. What happened?
I'm very dramatic.
Cardi.
I'm dramatic. Do you guys not like that?
No.
That's the thing. Like, something that to people is a big deal, to me is not a big deal at the moment. And then it's like, it became something that is not.
Did you archive or did you fully delete?
I just archive.
Oh, okay.
But I'm very dramatic. Like, I'm the type of person, okay.
Right, he's like, did something that you didn't love and you're like, look at this. Gone.
Yes, and he was like, why would you do that? That was so, he was like, why would you do that? And but you know, that's the type of thing that we say, like, that we laugh about, because it's like, why would you do that? See, now everybody's saying that is because your ass stink. You see what happens?
You're like, God damn it, I archived because he was acting up. And meanwhile, everyone's like, it's because you're fucking ass, bitch. You're like,
yeah, no. Yeah. But you see how that shit bit me in the ass?
Literally.
And actually for something that it was very stupid and little.
What
but
was
I'm dramatic. I even forgot. No. Because I'm just dramatic like that.
Wait, I'm obsessed with you waking up. He like doesn't call you at the exact time. You're like, archive art. I can also see you. You're like sitting there like smiling as you're fucking.
I did. I was like, and then it's like, okay, we'll see when he notices. He'll notice soon. I'm so annoying.
It's cute.
No, Alex Cooper, that's not cute. That's toxic. And calling it cute is insanity to me. And not only that, but this just shows the immaturity Cardi B has, which we already knew, but they're both made for each other. If you ask me, Cardi B and Stefon Diggs are both toxic. Cardi B is still following Stefon Diggs' mom on Instagram, and they are seemingly close. They were spotted together at the games, family outings, all that. They were together, so they have some sort of bond, but who knows if what's going on right now between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs is just one of those moments, like she explained on Call Her Daddy, of Cardi B just having one of her little hissy fits. Who knows if it's that? I don't know the situation. Obviously, none of us do. That's between them. But it is very telling what she said in her interview recently with the question of words of encouragement for Stefon Diggs before the Super Bowl, to which she said this.
Inspired message for Stefon before the game. One inspired message.
Good luck.
How we celebrating?
Cardi B went from acting like she was Brittany Mahomes on the field.
Say all those people that doubted us and hated on us and thought we were going to lose this game. Yes, I did! What are you talking about? Nothing! We're going to the Super Bowl!
Supporting her man to that cold response we just seen. So obviously there is some sort of trouble going on, we could assume. It is fascinating to me because Stefon Diggs was asked this question pre-game Super Bowl Media Day, and this was his response.
Ring? Is Cardi getting her ring?
It's on the agenda, maybe, right? I gotta get mine first, though.
Stefon Diggs didn't get no Super Bowl ring, and it looks like Cardi B isn't getting no wedding ring. Now let's get into Stefon Diggs' scandals and alleged crimes. This yacht scandal happened when a video surfaced of Diggs surrounded by a group of women while he had a plastic bag of a pink uncontrolled substance in his hand to be distributed to these women. And I'll add, he was having these women call him daddy on the yacht. And we are going to watch the clip, but I do have to mute the clip because it does contain music and I'm not trying to get a copyright. So they're having him call him daddy. He said we could make it happen on the boat, They're still calling him daddy. He said big daddy. You're gonna take all of it, talking about the controlled substance. It's crazy to me that I am revisiting this yacht video, breaking it down like it's a football play, and he is someone that should be known for being a wide receiver playing football, but instead he's also going to be known as somebody who has multiple baby mamas, multiple children, and doing things like this on a yacht. That's going to be his legacy, and it's sad to see. Now this is what Stefon Diggs had to say after the yacht incident.
Obviously I want to be as candid with you guys as possible, and kind of like have a thing where talk about my personal life with people I don't know personally. I'm pretty sure everybody here, men and women, are great people, but I kind of keep my personal life personal. I had a conversation with Graves, obviously. I'm gonna echo everything that he said. He told me, hoping everybody makes a good decision. I had a conversation with people in the building as well, so everything else is everything else. In particular, is all eternal.
Now let's get into Stefon Diggs' alleged crimes. There's an abuse claim from his ex-girlfriend, Mulan. She claimed that Diggs assaulted her in 2024 at their residence, and she also claimed that he attempted to coerce her into silence.
I saw people asking you whether or not I lied, Holmes. You can avoid the question all you want to. I will never lie to you. We live in a day and age of receipt. Anything you say can and will be used against you if applicable. Therefore, I'll never lie to you. He will though.
Before I give you all the next alleged crime, I gotta make the connection and give y'all the background of Diggs in the fashion world. And y'all can decide, is he a wide receiver or is he a male model? But Diggs walked in Paris Fashion Week. He also walked in Milan Fashion Week, and he also launched a luxury fashion house called Liam Home, which means live in every moment. That is the Liam part. And he also launched a luxury furniture line, which is something in Latin that I cannot pronounce because I'm from the country. So your country girl cannot pronounce that name, but it does mean if you want peace in Latin. And he launched that in late 2025. Now to the next alleged crime. Stefon Diggs is accused of drugging and essaying Chris Blake Griffith, a fashion designer. And now you see why I brought up Stefon Diggs' fashion background, to make the connection to this guy. And he alleged that Stefon Diggs drugged him and essayed him, and Chris Blake Griffith also filed a separate suit against Stefon Diggs' brother, Darius Diggs, for assault a week after the Stefon Diggs incident. And Darius Diggs avoided jail time and received 2 years probation for an elevator attack caught on surveillance camera involving 2 other men attacking Chris Blake Griffith. And we are going to react to that. Alright, so you see him step off the elevator. Someone's approaching. I believe it's going to be Darius Diggs. Yep, it's Darius. See the other men coming in, confronting him. Now they're attacking him. Got him on the ground. They're going to throw some punches. Throw some kicks. Alright, this is the second view. You see Darius Diggs waiting outside the elevator. It's like, come on, I know he's coming. I know he's gonna be getting off this elevator. steps off the elevator. He's like, oh shoot. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble. Let me hop back on this elevator and close it real quick. Close. He's like, oh heck no. You think you're gonna get away? I don't think so. Let me summon my 2 minions. Here comes the 2 minions. We gonna beat your butt, boy. You think you're gonna talk about Stefon Diggs like that and get away with it? We trying to keep this a secret. You gotta keep this on the low. He's like, we gonna show you. Let me drag you out this elevator. He's like, oh man, y'all, I don't want no trouble. I can't help that your brother is the way he is, okay? I can't help that. The secret's not a secret anymore. We all know how Stefon Diggs is, okay? It's okay. Just because that's the way he is, doesn't mean you gotta attack me. I can't help what he did. They're like, oh heck no, you gonna keep this a secret and we gonna steal the evidence. We trying to rob you. We trying to take your phone, your cash, whatever you got. He's like, oh man, come on guys, don't be like this, okay? Let's be cool. Just because me and your brother are in a lawsuit doesn't mean you guys have to do this. You don't have to do this, guys. Come on now. Come on. This isn't worth it. Come on, you guys are doing this with security cameras. You guys are on camera. They're like, we don't care. We gonna take this evidence. See? Let me run off with this real quick. 2 minions, you stay there. You handle business. You keep talking to him. Oh, we gonna throw some punches. Throw some hits. Oh man. Getting dicey. Alright, this goes on for a little while, so yeah, this is just back and forth from this point forward, and that's all we're gonna watch of this. Now, here's Chris Blake Griffith speaking out on the alleged incident with Stefon Diggs.
To have me unalived because of him making a sexual pass at me. It wasn't the sexual pass that frustrated me the most. What made me most frustrated was the fact that he tried to unalive me after it, when in reality, even though I was drugged, even though I was violated, I never thought that the next step would be my life being threatened because you got turned down. But it's that power complex of wanting what you want when you want it, feeling like you own the things that you pay.
Now, here's my thing with this. If Stefon Diggs was confident with his innocence, confident with the truth, why would he need his brother to go attack this guy in an elevator? And this is just my theory. This isn't the facts, but I do find it funny that a week before, whenever he accused Stefon Diggs of drugging him and essaying him, he winds up getting attacked a week later by Stefon Diggs' brother, Darius Diggs, in an elevator. I find that suspicious.
You don't find that suspicious?
And I think that speaks volumes to Stefon Diggs' character. And it's all these circumstances that just keep on explaining why Diggs is the way he is. Now, you may think that this is the clip of the famous least likely to date your sister, but no. This is a different one that's very telling to how Stefon Diggs really is.
What guy in this locker room is most in touch with their feminine side? Diggs. Why Diggs?
Because was there an explanation other than he's the most in touch with his feminine side?
Jeremiah. What guy in this locker room is most in touch with their feminine side?
Stefon Diggs.
Why Diggs?
I mean, he's very in touch with just all kinds. I mean, I feel like he's the love of like all life type things, feminine side, masculine side. He just loves it all. He's just a lover. So I'd say he's the most in touch with his feminine side.
What guy in this locker room is most in touch with their feminine side?
1-4.
Stefon Diggs. Why Stefon Diggs?
I just feel like he first of all, the dress, a little tight sometimes. A little tight. And sometimes he could wild out a little bit, a little too much.
Chad?
I'm gonna ask you to turn that camera around. Turn that camera around. You see Diggs? Zoom in on Diggs. You see Diggs? Now zoom in on JK.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. It's a reason why they're best friends. So I'm gonna go with Stefon Diggs and J-Ron Curse.
As a package deal.
As a package deal, 2 for 1. Buy one, get one free.
Laquan.
Yes.
What guy in this locker room is most in touch with their feminine side?
I would have to say J-Ron Curse, or I can't give it to my dog. I'm gonna keep my dog out of this.
Stefon Diggs. Okay, so J-Ron Curse and Stefon Diggs. Why?
They like to dress, man. They like to dress and shop. You can tell. They take a lot of time with coming in here and looking nice and trying to get pretty, I would say.
What guy on this team is most in touch with their feminine side?
Most in touch with their feminine side. His name is Stefon Diggs.
Why Diggs?
Because he always got to brush his teeth, always got to look good, always got to try to dress nice. That
I think you know what it is? It's not even that. It's people vote me because I'm an easy target. Yeah. Like who else you gonna think about? Like,
well, first off, that's your fault. But anyway, secondly, I want to give you an opportunity to rebuttal because this show, this show is never intended to point out one person. We've had 3 shows this year that have literally intended one person. You've been twice, and Nick Easton was one. So I need your rebuttal.
One, we're in the locker room full of over masculine men, guys who gotta, prove themselves or act really, really tough. Like, I don't have nothing to prove.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not really me. You know what I'm saying? I'm easy going. You know what I'm saying? I take things as they come. And, you got tough guys in here. Like, that's not me. But, if that come across as feminine, then that's what it is. But, I hate these guys, bro.
This could be a tiebreaker. Yeah, there's really no tie, but we're just gonna see if we can break it. What guy on this team is most in touch with his feminine side?
Oh, Stefon Diggs, hands down. Stefon Diggs. That's no question. He's the most, he's conceited. He cares about his appearance too much, like a female does, and he has to be he even says, I have to be the prettiest guy on the field. The cleats from the towels, his whatever, so yes.
Can we quote that? He has to be the prettiest guy on the field?
Yes, you can. He says that. Yeah.
Sorry, Stefon. Tried.
It's things like this that speak volumes to Stefon Diggs' character, so we can't be surprised at how he really is. And it's not only this, but it's also the incident where they asked in the locker room who's least likely to date your sister, and they all said Stefon Diggs.
This team, would you least like to date your sister?
Diggs.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Oh, Stefon Diggs.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Least like to date my sister, Diggs. 100%.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister? And I might add, you're starting to be the runaway favorite for this.
But nobody want me to date this. I'm a great guy. I'm actually a great guy.
There seems to be a few guys that don't think that.
Feel differently about me?
Yeah.
You just don't know me well enough. That's what it is. Just a beer. Alright, who don't I want to date about sister? Weather.
Why weather?
Because he's ugly.
Obviously, I have to catch you all up on the most recent alleged crime with Stefon Diggs and his personal chef. And shout out to Pooh Man. He sent me a picture of her, and I got to react to it live whenever the news first broke, thanks to Pooh Man. He's the greatest mod in the YouTube streets, and also so helpful in my Discord. And if y'all would like to be a part of my sports Discord, just let me know. But I also kept Stephen James's comment, so shout out to him. But he said she could come into my kitchen. I thought that was hilarious, and I thought maybe if the men are watching, the men would enjoy that comment as well. Y'all might agree. I don't know. Diggs' personal chef alleged that during a December 2nd dispute over unpaid wages at Diggs' home, he smacked her across the face and attempted to choke her. Now, I know there was talks of people saying a settlement could happen, but it could only happen on part of the charges. The other charges are federal, and you can't settle a federal charge. He was still going to have to face those charges, and that's not going to happen now, because obviously he is scheduled to appear in court for his arraignment on February 13th, 2026 at 9 a.m. and there's still been no talks of a settlement on part of the charges. The initial court date was actually scheduled for January 23rd, 2026, but because of the Super Bowl, his legal team successfully requested a postponement until February 13th to allow Diggs to play in the Super Bowl, which he lost. And it's hard to believe that, actually, it's not so hard to believe if you think about it, but imagine losing a Super Bowl, Cardi B, and being arrested all within a week. That is crazy to me. I mean, I don't know, some people, is Cardi B really a loss though? I don't know. I mean, they're both toxic. Either way, they're both toxic, so maybe it's a loss for him in his case since they're both toxic. I forgot to mention that the Chris Blake Griffith allegation and his ex Mulan's allegation, those are still ongoing. Those are not settled either. So now he's having all this legal trouble with Chris Blake Griffith, ex Mulan, and now the personal chef. It really is no surprise to me that Stefon Diggs is the way he is. When you think about Stefon Diggs losing his father at a young age and then being forced into a father figure role to his younger siblings, also all the allegations against him, all the people around him that know him and know how he is speaking on him, it just makes sense. And I'm talking like not even just the one I know from his high school days, but also the teammates speaking on him. That just speaks volumes to how he is. Plus, you seen the yacht video. Also, all the things with Cardi B. It's just so many things that explain why Stefon Diggs is the way he is. And I'm really not surprised about these allegations because it's starting to add up. It's starting to make sense. Hopefully y'all have a better understanding of Stefon Diggs, and this explains why he is the way he is. But that's going to be it for this video, Touchdown Tribe. I will catch you in the next one. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, do all the things to help me get them first downs on the YouTube build. I would really appreciate it. But thank you all for watching. Bye, Touchdown Tribe.
Something's telling me this ain't over yet.